Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. I need to move my mouse over here. I'm a dum-dum. Guys, go follow twitch.tv/NachoUg. I think he might have changed his name. I think I actually even streamed on Twitch anymore. I know he streams on Facebook these days. Check him out, NachoUg. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot. Friday Noir Pizza Movie Triple Feature Action. My name is David. Guys, we've watched some awesome films tonight already. We watched two films. First was called Great Guy, 1936, starring James Cagney. That was a lot of fun, about a detective for the Department of Weights and Balances, Weights and Measurements, which was an interesting film about a guy that was basically uncovering corruption in his city and punching guys. He's a former boxer. It was very, very fun. The second movie we watched was A Vote, because we had to cancel our previously chosen film. So we put up a vote for the film you guys wanted to watch tonight. We just decided on Lady Gangster from 1942. That was really fun. It had some interesting twists to it. It followed the life over a couple of years of a lady gangster who took part in a bank robbery, ended up hiding the money, and her partners wanted it. And she basically played a lot of guys against each other and caused a lot of trouble. It was a lot of, twists and turns. The final film of the night is called Kansas City Confidential. It's the highest reviewed film of the night. It's considered to be quite influential, a big hit at the time when it came out. It's also the highest quality rip we found tonight. This actually looks quite decent. That's a nice Blu-ray quality for you guys. But let's get it started, shall we? It's from 1952, this film, so it's quite a bit later than other films are, historically. My friend Saltyface is watching the gameplay of The Last of Us 2. We're talking about that in the chat right now, huh? So you'd rather watch them than play them. It's kind of sad. But that's kind of my problem with a lot of AAA games. Like, there's no gameplay anyway, so why bother? If you didn't Venka, I doubt we would agree on games often, huh? The Venka beard, good vibe. Damn, she a gangster? She was a gangster, dude. I'm playing Last of Us again to play sequel next. My brother, good stuff, Sheila Jones. I was thinking about that myself. Like, should I play through The Last of Us again to kind of refresh myself? I don't think I really need to, though. It's all on. If you guys want to look at the long play, I believe it's on YouTube, right? Just punch in Vencabot, you'll find an entire long play of it. I mean, I doubt I would. We agree. Oh, that's what you mean, a good vibe. You never played it yourself? Yeah, it's a really boring game, if you ask me. It's mostly just a movie. It's a really long movie with pretty boring gameplay in between. Here we are, guys. Kansas City Confidential. How's our volume looking? We're in there, guys. I have no clue what this is about, except that it's about our theme of the night, right? Gangsters and gumshoes. Noir stuff. Lee Van Cleef? What? Is that what I'm thinking? Is that the Lee Van Cleef I'm thinking of? No way. I must have Lee Van Cleef mixed up somebody else. George E. Discant. Interesting name. Ben Hirsch? That name also sounds familiar. This is going to be an awesome film. I can already tell it's going to be an awesome film. Maybe it won't be, though, guys. Maybe it'll be the most critically acclaimed film of the night, but be a flop with our audience here in 2020. In the police annals of Kansas City are written lurid chapters concerning the exploits of criminals apprehended and brought to punishment. Star Wars credit a Star Wars role here? But it's the purpose of this picture to expose the amazing operations of a man who conceived and executed a perfect crime, the true solution of which is not entered in any case history. What? And could well be entitled Kansas City Confidential. Kansas City. Okay, what are they all looking at? They're all lined up. The score is the best so far. This is, you know, almost 20 years after Great Guy, and more than 10 years after Lady Gangster, in terms of its production. Is the perfect crime that he stole Kansas City from Kansas and put it in Missouri? That'd be a hell of a crime, dude. That might explain how that all came to be. This could be the origin story, dude. guys seem to be leaning over there and playing with the volume a little bit. It's kind of tough to dial in for these films sometimes. It can be very soft during dialogue and then very loud when music plays. So I'm tinkering. Isn't that cool looking good vibe? The aesthetics are too strong. Listen to this fucking score. No dialogue yet. It's got a stopwatch. He's got a plan here. So very consistent, this guy. Exactly 1 minute. He's trying to figure out how consistent they are so we can make a plan around it. Something's amiss here, D. Scott. I think he's involved in the robbery going to happen here. If not today, then sometime. So I'm saying good vibe. I mean, this is, I don't know, the 54. This is before they had, you know, YouTube and masturbation. Maybe there's nothing better to do but do their jobs effectively, efficiently, and consistently. Unlike nowadays, we're also distracted by PS5s and VR porn. Damn. Hard times. It's like a money heist for sure, salty face. Yeah, I think it might be an armored car job. You're right, D. Scott. Wow, this is before Game Boy. Sitting up here rolling dice with himself. Jesus. Guys, let's take a moment to appreciate that for all the problems we have in the world, at least we're not rolling dice by ourselves on our beds.
Hello, Pete.
Smoking butts and rolling dice.
Number.
Leave me alone, damn it.
Don't hang up on me again, Pete. If I was a cop or one of the boys, I wouldn't bother calling. I'd just walk in on you.
I'm trying to tell you, you got
The wrong number.
I'm doing the telling, Pete. I didn't crack to the clerk. Your name's not Johnson.
Listen, whoever you are.
I'm your one chance to get out from under. 300 grand, a clean getaway, out of the country.
Who is this?
If you're interested, come to room
Who is this?
302, Baker Hotel.
10 o'clock tonight.
Hey, wait a minute.
Look at this dude. Looking like a Metal Gear Solid villain, period. How true, how true. 300,000 to like 600,000 dice, huh? How come he has a different phone, huh? The better one. I don't know, salty face. But he's more wealthy. This film looks fucking great. There's actually a less blown out version I have access to, in terms of like the contrast, but it doesn't have not as much detail. So I decided to go with this one. This one's the DVD, this one's the Blu-ray release. It's got pretty high contrast, that's all right. Come to room 302 at 10 o'clock tonight. This is like Majora's Mask quest, pretty much, dude. There it is, 302, 10 o'clock.
Come in.
Majora's Mask, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? COVID-19?
No change, eh, Pete? Still jumpy. That was a sucker move, burning down your boss. You had him all wrong. He never crossed you. But you're a guy who shoots first and thinks afterward. In your spot, I'd almost choose the cops. Even if it is a first-degree murder rap. It's lucky I spotted you.
I think he's NF Doom or what?
Dead?
I'm saying good
I
vibe.
want to take care of a guy just a little too smart. Take off the mask. Come on, take it off. I don't like games.
Wow. Disarmed. Oh, my...
What makes a two-bit heel like you think a heater would give him an edge over me? I ought to ram it down your throat. What's waiting for you, Harris? The chair, the gas chamber, or just a rope?
How do I know that line you handed me on the phone's on the level? Your voice don't even sound the same.
Neither will yours when you put on a mask.
Who else figures in it besides me?
You ask too many questions.
And I'm not getting any answers. I'd like to know who I work with, when we make a split, and who I take my orders from.
Get out of here.
Dude, Cycle Stev, he went hard, bro. He was like, and the guy was like, oh, and he was like,
choice you're giving me. You know the bind I'm in.
oh, man.
Take it or leave it.
Keeping the pimp hand strong, bro. 1952
300
style.
grand from my end.
At least, free and clear. Only you do it my way. Nobody sees the others without a mask, even when we make the split. And I decide where and when that takes place. That makes it all foolproof.
Use your noodle, dude.
Okay. You got yourself a boy. Now what?
Stay in your room. Keep out of sight till I call you.
Wow, that's one hell of a hiring process.
Do a little thinking next time before you use it.
Okay. Don't get any wrong ideas about me. I don't shove around this easy.
I'll give you a chance to show me how hot you are on the job.
Wow. It's called Kansas City Confidential. Good vibe indeed. Dude, I want a mask like that, bro. Can you imagine if I streamed a mask like that? The mask streamer. Ooh, a check mark of justice. Tony Romano.
You're a three-time loser, Tony.
Not yet, I ain't.
The police know you drove the getaway car.
This is too good.
This time it's life and no chance of parole. This time, Tony, you go up for life under the Habitual Criminal Act with no chance of parole.
You don't have to tell me the score.
And it's a deal?
Okay.
So I'm saying, Brian,
No dames,
it's so perfect.
Understand? No dames.
No dames.
Look, friend. If you don't like it, don't knock it.
Isn't that Lee Van Cleef? That is Lee Van Cleef. But he didn't have a mustache.
What makes you think I can't go on doing all right?
If I can spot the back of those trick cheaters, so can the cops.
Look at the shades.
This job you're talking about, I said I'd listen.
You're a cop killer. You killed one on that last deal.
I don't like heroes.
You can tell that to the warden when they burn you.
So sit back down, son.
So I'm still listening.
We see him assembling the crew. That was Lee Van Cleef. He was the bad and the good, the bad, the ugly. It's gonna be sick, Brian. Again, like I said, a little bit cheesy.
Why don't you walk
Perfect
where you're
gangsters.
I'm sorry, lady. I didn't see you.
Perfect gangsters. This is like so quintessential. We got that fucking lead gangster wearing a mask. This is Ocean's 4, dude, for sure it is. There's some bad hombres, these guys. A young Lee Van Cleef. Let's go, Katie. Sonic R remains godlike. You fought for justice, Katie. You fought for what was right. You fought for the truth. This movie's just getting started, Katie. And it's fucking amazing so far. We're like 10 minutes in. There's a gangster in a mask forming a gang. He gave them all masks. He's been watching a bank across the street, keeping nobody's fish, Lady Gangster. Whoa! So you guys have had an orgasm before.
All units stand by.
But have you had a noir-gasm?
Attention all units, a 117.
Because those guys are wearing
involved in the armed robbery of the Southwest Bank. 3 men, masked, wearing identical coveralls. They are driving a light delivery car belonging to the Western Wholesale Florists. Use extreme caution. All are armed.
Flame from the hip, baby. Amazing. Look at that car lean. Pull over.
To Control 2. On that 117, we have the suspect florist struck.
They framed this guy, dude.
Hey, what is?
By using an identical truck.
Back of your neck and come on out. Come on, get out. You guys nuts? Shut up.
You in there, come on out, one at a time, with your hands in the air.
All right, you. If your pals have any ideas, you'd better start talking. You're gonna open it.
Open what? You're crazy. There's nothing in there but flowers.
Open it.
Just cooperate, dude.
Why'd you drop them off? Come on, talk.
It's pretty ballsy for a flower delivery guy. Shoving the cops and shit. Easy game, dude.
We must have rolled 300 miles. They ain't dropped us by now. They'll never get us. When do we make the split?
Split's what I'm gonna talk about. 4 kings, a pat hand. That's just what we're holding. Hang on to those cards. I've got everything covered, but in case something does go wrong and I can't make the payoff myself, the cards will identify you to whoever I send with the money.
Say that again.
We'll cut up the money when I think it's had time enough to cool off.
Right now is good enough for me. Let's cut this horsing around.
How far do you think you'd get with hot money? Every cop in the state's out looking for us.
I'll take my
I
chance.
told you the mask stays on.
Sure, you told us.
Oh, man.
It's a pat hand only because nobody can rat on you. You can't even rat on each other because you've never seen each other without those masks. I made you cop-proof and stool pigeon-proof, and it's going to stay that way.
Talk money.
All right. I got one of these for each of you. With enough money to keep you comfortable while you're waiting, but not enough to get you into trouble.
300 G's is coming to me. I can stand a little trouble.
Make up your mind. Which way's it going to be?
Yo, knock this guy out. Get your money.
You'll find tickets for where you're going. You're each going to a different foreign country. Stay there till I wire you where and when to come. And keep those masks. You'll be wearing them at the payoff. This is where you get off. Hit that buzzer.
What an asshole. Working these guys over.
Open the door.
Wow.
Jump.
What about me?
I'll tell you when.
What? Pretty cool effect there with the cricket sound.
It's odd that you'd stop at that florist next to the bank twice in the same morning. Once was all I was there.
Then the woman who identified you as a liar.
No, she's telling the truth. I did bump into
And the
her.
other witnesses who swear your truck was the getaway car, they're telling the truth, too?
They're wrong if they say I had anything to do with the robbery.
You want me to believe there was a duplicate truck?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
You were framed then, is that it?
Yeah.
And that year you spent in the pen, did anyone frame you on that rap?
Ask the captain here. He was the arresting officer.
A real model citizen.
Look, just because I got in a jam over a gambling bet doesn't make me a bank robber.
Oh, the boy wants pity.
What about the truck?
If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be here now.
How's this for an answer? There was no other truck.
Listen,
Mr. Andrews here with the insurance company.
52,
He's willing
dude.
to give you a break, aren't you, Scott?
He knows we are.
Same questions, same answers. You can save your breath.
It's my job, Joe. After all, we've got to make good the loss. In fact, we're willing to pay out as much as 25% of the money as a reward. That's $300,000 for a lead, Joe. You're an industrial engineer, aren't you?
I never graduated.
That's right.
Sick.
Left school to enlist with the engineers. Pretty good soldier, too. Bronze Star, Purple Heart.
Try and buy a cup of coffee with him.
Came back to resume his studies at night. Why? Why, I ask myself, would a man with such training want to take a job outside his line?
To set up a touch for over $1 million, that's why.
I got the job through the probation officer. You can ask him. Mr. Collins, did I ever give you any trouble when I worked for you?
No, Joe. Not at all. But I'm afraid I've got to let you go now. Nothing personal, you understand. It's just that, well, we sell to a lot of very conservative people.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Sergeant, see that Mr. Collins gets back.
I'll go along with him. Some questions.
Losing his job over getting framed? That's some bullshit.
All right, Ralph, you want it the hard way. I can fix that, too. You've got 20 years staring you right in the face.
What do you want me to say, that I did it?
Why don't you go ahead, Mr. Martin? You got a big day tomorrow. The boys will help me keep Rolf company.
Oh, man. The same stuff. Someone got slapped, bro. Can you imagine if that was like nowadays? If I was like, man, Makoto's overpowered. Someone's like, she's not that hard if you know how to deal with her. And I was just like,
I mean, the boys would have his confession on your desk the first thing in the morning.
you understand, don't you? That's what people talk for. Listen, dog, you just gotta hold this L because we say so. Aight? Oh my god, they framed this dude.
First thing in the morning.
They worked him over as well. Look at him. He got his ass whooped. Next splash. This is the holding cell, huh? It's like my studio I have here. $1 million in 1954 money? What a robbery. Wake up, beautiful. Looking chotto moist, dude. And they're still whooping that ass all day. Jeez.
Okay, we'll take him once more.
You got visitors again, Rolf.
He's gonna have hanged himself, maybe? No, he's good.
Come on, move.
McBride.
Jeez.
We've got to turn him loose. The upstate police found a duplicate flyer struck half an hour ago. It was inside an abandoned moving van.
Still doesn't clear Rolf in my book. His part of the job could have been to use his truck as a blind, to draw us away from the real getaway car.
It could have been anything.
Just give me a little more time. I'll sweat it out of him.
Forget it, McBride. I've checked every move he's made. He's clean. All right, Ralph. You can go. Sorry we had to detain you.
Shut the fuck up.
You're sorry. These things happen.
Thanks. For nothing.
Go on, beat it.
Maybe you didn't hear what I said. I said for nothing.
Yo, I hope he's a returning character, dude. His part of the story better not be over with. I want to see him get the run back.
Extra! Extra! What do you read? All about the big bank stick-up. Extra! Get the latest news on
They got
the
him
big
fired,
bank
dude.
stick-up. Ex-con
My bad, bro.
$1 million grab. Get the latest news
We
on
locked you up and beat your ass, lost you your job for a little while.
Hey, that's him. That's the guy.
He's like, so? What are you, starstruck? Look at this man's jacket. Oh my god. Winkies.
You gotta do it, Rick. You don't understand, Rick.
Come on,
I know
Rick.
the spot you're in, Rick, but you gotta help Joe.
Help Joe, Rick, please.
Rick.
It's like the Power of the Game Night guys. If they had a Steve and a Dave and a John, they'd have the whole PGN crew. Got a vendetta now, Brian. That's what I'm saying. Tells me, sorry, man.
Get you something?
He's got it, Rick. Joe needs your help.
Coffee and that information you promised me.
It's like I told you. The first one is easy.
Listen, Eddie. I gotta know who set me into this little deal. Did you ask him?
You're leading with your chin, Joe.
So I'm leading with my chin. What have I got to lose? Look, Eddie, it's been 3 weeks. No job, no angle, nothing.
Hey, okay. Take it easy. I'm on your side. I'll get you another cup of coffee.
So he's gonna get revenge on the guys that set him up? Is that our protagonist?
You come back tonight around closing time.
10 out of 10 movie so far. So I'm saying, Brian, is he our hero? The cops can't stop him, but he wants revenge for them getting framed? This movie is perfect aesthetically.
Kid brother says you're in trouble, Joe.
I gotta find a way to clear myself.
Sometimes it's tough, Joe. Sometimes it's too tough.
Look, I want to know who framed me.
Wasn't anyone local, that's for sure.
Any ideas?
Was it bashful?
Maybe. Might be why Pete Harris beat it to Mexico.
Pete Harris. Where in Mexico?
Tijuana. Look from where that dice roll. He's a real sucker for a crap game.
That's what I'm saying, Brian. Look out, y'all. It's
Kinda dark and
sabotage.
real weird eyes. You won't have any trouble finding him with the cigarettes he smokes. Just follow the chain.
Much obliged. Good luck, Joe.
Take it easy, Joe.
Aww. They got his back.
Thanks, kid.
That's the guy that saved your life in Iwo Jima, huh? I buy him.
Let's go! Let's fucking go. It's the third film of the night, Bashful. We watched James Cagney and Great Guy, 1936, Lady Gangster, with Faye Emerson and Jackie Gleason, 1942. This is Kansas City Confidential, 1952. The final film of the night. How you doing, Kyle? You guys missed Lady Gangster. It was really hot. Cal says if you love foreheads. Me, I do. I had an erection the whole time.
I have the name of Dia, senor. If you're looking for a good time, I know all the best places in Tijuana.
Katie, look away.
Nice table there.
Oh, but gambling is illegal. But, like in the States, senor, there are some things the law does not know.
That
I
doesn't
will show
sound
you
like a
where it's
Mexican
an
accent
eye,
at
give him
all.
a chance.
He sounded like he was like half Spanish, half Italian. It was like an Italian accent, JD. It's like maybe like European Spanish. It was Italian. I don't know, maybe you're right, Brian. He's gonna find the dice addict here. Look for the cigarettes. He's fucking squat up this guy, Yamcha. He's working, hanging out with this
Any other spots?
taxi driver.
Si, senor, but I lose all my money. Oh, gracias, senor.
Come on.
He's adorable, though.
Check the card game.
I mixed Cal says Mexican and French Canadian. Hence Hernandez.
Light, Mac.
Oh my.
Thanks.
What's up, Rick? Just got back from my brother's house from visiting and playing thrift at N Cruise. Good stuff, my guy. That was a blast. So you traveled to Indianapolis, Rick?
And he's coming out.
Come on, Dice, get hot.
And he went away with a poor tray. It's not your night, bud. Next shooter. Come on now.
Just fucking got him like Rick.
You can't go
Glad you
wrong
had
with
fun.
the big 6 of the big 8, and don't overlook that ever-loving any traps. It's overdue, men.
20 he don't hit.
You got a bet, mister. Coming out. The big miss, boxcars. All right, take the inside.
They're like sardines, dude, and they're packed in
Double up
there.
after craps, men. One good one makes up for all the bad ones. You might as well be broke as not have enough. All right, here we go.
Let the piece
If
ride.
they're in
I'm saying
Tijuana,
you can't do it.
Make him eat those words, mister.
And another 20.
There they go. And he's got 9 for a number. He makes 9 for all the money.
3 to 2, you can't done.
I'll take 50 to 25, I make it.
No bad. It's a 3 to 2 wager.
I'll cover that.
All right, boys. Come on now.
he didn't even know what he did. This guy's not responsible, dude.
And the shooter's coming out on a gravy train. Uh-oh, the devil jumped up. He went away with 7. Take the inside, pay the outside.
You wanted me to tell you when it was 10:30, fella.
All right, let the dice go.
No more dice. Good hot.
Oh, when he went away with a
Oh,
4
man.
tray.
So you guys missed the intro here. This guy right here with the hat, that guy, the guy we just saw, he was framed for a bank robbery that this guy committed. But this guy was just a gangster. He's like a thug. And the guy that organized it made them all wear masks and didn't tell them anything about it.
Oh, no, it gives me the willies. He just don't smell right to me.
So he doesn't even know that guy got framed.
So long, Diaz.
Gracias, senor. Gracias.
All right, double up after craps, take the inside, pay the outside. Next shooter coming up.
So what's going to happen here, do you think?
What's your hurry?
Have a good rest, Rick. Sounds like you've had a hell of a night.
Do you mind?
Welcome home.
The guy who did all right. You seem to be in too much of a
Rest
hurry.
well.
Is there a law against it?
Maybe. Who
You're in
sent you
Tijuana
here?
now, son.
Diaz, the cab driver.
So Cuss is a cow Thulu.
Okay, fella.
Wow. This film looks so good aesthetically.
Okay, white guy. You found me, now what?
What's eating you?
You've been giving me the fisheye all night.
You better see a doctor, Mac. You're in bad shape.
I ain't that sick.
Then stop imagining things. Get some rest.
Well. Ten out of 10. 10 out of 10. Okay, here we go. How do you know he went in there? Here's a telegram. What does it say? Time to go back home and get the fucking money these owed? It really is, Brian. It really, really is. This is the film I want to watch. We've done like, what, this is our third Friday Noir?
Who is it? Man downstairs to see you.
Yeah. Look, you tell that guy.
Got him.
You and I are gonna have a little talk.
You a cop?
That's to teach you manners. I'm the guy that drove the florist truck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Take a good look, Pete. You're looking at the patsy with his frame for the kill.
You got the wrong guy. Lay off, will you?
When you're ready to talk.
You got me wrong.
What'd you do with your cut, Pete?
I don't follow you.
They don't even have the cut, honestly.
You will.
You guys missed a start. They don't even have their cut yet.
There's no money in there.
You were one of them, weren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, this ain't my bag. I copped it out of a car.
You're lying.
Give me that.
Oh my God. DC.
What's this plane ticket? This wire? What's so interesting in Baradas? So we start all over again.
Go ahead. Go ahead. But I still don't know what you're talking about.
If I can't open you up, maybe the cops can.
Wait. No cops.
So you were one of the gang.
I had other reasons.
I'm interested in this one. Your plane leaves in 50 minutes, Pete. You're not gonna be on it.
Always gets bitch slapped, salty face.
I gotta get to Barados.
It's just cursed.
That wire means 300 grand to me.
Your cut. Who set it up?
I don't know. Look, we didn't have nothing against you. We didn't even know you. It just fell that way.
Lucky me. Who else was in on it?
I don't know that either. We all four of us wore masks.
I thought there were only 3.
3 and the big guy.
Who's the big guy?
Look, I'm giving it to you straight. That's the way it was planned. We all did business with a mask. He could know us, but none of us could know him. Get it? None of us could squeal that way if one of us didn't get away.
That explains everything but this.
I won't know what that means till I get there.
All right, partner. We'll find out together.
Partner?
The big man set me in on this, so we split 5 ways.
You're kidding.
If I don't split 5 ways, there's gonna be no split at all.
Okay. Go ahead, hang yourself. It'll be a pleasure.
All right. So I'm moving blind, but I got you for a bird dog to point the way as we go along.
You forget. Even I don't know the big guy.
So I'm taking a chance. But remember, I'm taking no chances with you between here and Barados, partner.
Just shoot this guy, dude. He ain't ready for you, dude. He ain't got no knife in his sleeve. You got your dice skills. It's so lit, DC. I wouldn't even know you. That's what I'm saying, salty face. What if he was in the fucking credits as bitch slap guy, salty face?
Give me some cigarettes.
In the machine, senor.
Passengers kindly board your plane to the local gateway. Flight
No Espanol, dude.
Flight 589 now loaded.
This is a classic airport, I guess, from 1954.
I want a ticket to Barados.
Yes, sir. You just have time. You make connections for Barados and Mexico City, 10:30 a.m. Round trip?
One way.
It'll be $92, please.
That was easy.
Hey, Bonnie. Look who's here. Over by the cigarette machine.
What?
Familiar?
Cops?
That's Pete Harris.
So it is.
Go ahead, race him. Don't worry about this boy.
Is his partner gonna have to save him? Or is he gonna leave him here?
Cops!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I don't get it. This man reached for a gun and he's clean. Don't worry, Senor. This man's wanted for murder.
What's that he's trying to say about dough?
What dough, Pete?
You haven't got a chance, Pete, but you can go out clean.
He's right, Pete. Tell us about the dough.
Man, fuck you guys!
Down here with you.
What are you doing in Mexico? Where were you going?
Got anything you want to tell us? You haven't got a chance.
La policía enseguida. ¿Con quién hablo? Mande una ambulancia al aeropuerto inmediatamente.
Is he trying to tell us that somebody's down here with him?
Sounds like it. Maybe there is.
The ambulance will be here at once.
What dough?
What dough, Pete?
Can I get F for Pete in the chat, please, guys? Please.
That's cool, Pete.
Come on, Pete. Time's running out. Tell us who.
Pete! Pete!
Thank you, Brian. I'm putting F in the chat, too. Wow. Wow.
Senor.
Thank you, Shiva Jones.
Forget your claim
Thank
check,
you,
senor.
Neon.
Your baggage is aboard the plane. Thanks. Muchísimas gracias. Buen viaje.
He needs the mask, though, right?
Harris, please board the plane.
He needs the mask and the card.
Now leaving.
Wow. This film is over fucking powered.
Buenos dias, señores. Ah, good morning, my customer.
Good morning.
It looks like
Good
maybe today is going to
morning.
rain finally.
I hope so. At least it'll cool off.
Then everyone can go outside and play. Buen dia, señor King.
He got smoked, Shiva Jones.
Well,
Shiva Jones,
Master
DC.
Romano, I see you have found something you want. Perhaps you will like this one.
A young Lee Van Cleef.
Don't you want to buy it?
It's not bad for a bottle. How much?
Only 11 American dollars.
$11.
But of course, senor, if you're looking for something cheap,
I get nothing but the best.
then shall I wrap it into a nice package for you?
Don't bother. I bought it for a nice package.
Para mí? Que bueno. But senor, you're too generous. That will be 11 American dollars.
Charge it. With the rest.
Sí, senor. Gracias.
Oh my god.
That Teresa. She's
Gracias.
the smartest girl that ever worked for me.
Wait, why are they together?
That's the 12th time.
Oh, because they're all traveling together, right? To come in here together to get the money.
On that kind of business, I can afford to give her 50% commission.
Who is that Vaseline?
Came here yesterday. You mean to tell me you've been here 2 hours and not met Tony Romano? Come, I'll introduce you.
Don't bother.
Say, Tomas.
They don't know they work together because they're all wearing masks.
The one thing I have no control over, the rain.
Yeah. The minute I get outside, though, it'll start coming down like cats and dogs.
Ah, Senor Foster.
Good morning, Tommaso. What's everybody so gloomy about?
The weather, senor.
Wait, that guy looks familiar.
Up in the States, they're having blizzards.
That guy's the gangster from another film we watched.
Here.
Remember? He was like, I like to cut him.
Nothing but sunshine.
I love to hear him squeal. He was the coolest guy in that movie.
If just once a fish would catch a man.
That's possible, Tommaso. All depends on the bait.
Senor Foster, Senor Kane.
How do you do, Mr. Kane?
You look right at home here.
Should be. Been coming down here every season for a good many years.
Senor Foster, I have your tobacco for you.
Oh, good, Teresa.
Yeah, so this guy here on the right, the gangster, and this guy, Levon Cleef, with the
Thank
on the far left.
When are you going to try your hand?
They were
at some
both
of this
involved in the
fishing, Mr.
robbery. They don't
Romano?
know each other.
In this heat?
Is that the big guy? I don't think so.
How about some cards again tonight?
I'll give you a chance to get even.
Maybe he is.
Come early and bring a lot of money.
Maybe it is. I think you're right, Brian. I think you're right. I think it is him. I didn't recognize him with a suit on. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. It's been a fucking pleasure. Who the fuck is this?
Hiya, Tim.
Glad to see you, Scott.
Well, you're certainly looking in the pink. That little girl of yours, how is she?
Oh, she's a big girl now. She's home preparing for her bar exams. Be
She's
lawyer
a
any day.
big girl now.
1 year since anyone's seen you around the old haunts.
Yeah. 2 years, 1 month, and 8 days since I got my walking papers.
Still bitter, Tim.
You spend 20 years of your life being a cop and then get thrown out. What am I supposed to do, stand up and cheer?
Well, maybe it was time to get out. It was beginning to affect your health. Call it forced retirement.
All right, Scott, forced retirement. You're back the wrong party, Captain Foster. So now we've got ourselves a new boy. I call it a frame.
Well, whatever it was, you've been through it. It'll only stir up old memories. How about that urgent telegram to meet you here?
How far did you ever get on that Southwest Bank job?
Exactly nowhere.
You must be hearing plenty from the front office on that one.
That is the big guy, right?
You don't know the half of it.
So he's a former
Every bank
cop.
in the country
That's why he
is on the alert
knows
to
about
spot
how to
the
evade the
serial
law.
number of those bills. And up to now, not one of them has turned up.
How'd you like to crack that, John?
How would I like to find oil in my backyard?
I don't know, but I might be able to deliver that gang to you.
You wouldn't fool an old friend, Tim.
Might not be anything, and then again, it could be just what you're looking for. I've been watching a couple of strange characters drift in here, one at a time. Name Boyd Kane mean anything to you?
Kane? Well, yeah, I want him for a jewelry store holdup.
I knew that when I sent you the wire.
Who else?
A prize package by the name of Tony Romano. Should fit into a touch like that
So
bank
is it a
job.
trap?
They're playing it like they don't know each other. But it's an old act any cop could spot, so I listened.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be 3 of them.
That's where it begins to make sense. Third one's due to arrive.
That ties in. Anything else?
The talk is about a money split. Big money. The kind that could have come out of that Southwest Bank job.
What a sweet break.
Got him.
Get together for a split and put their necks right into a noose. How do we handle it, Tim?
Keep out of sight until I call you.
This guy's
You
not
better
even
line
a
up
cop
the
anymore.
police. Where can I reach you?
El Nacional. Thanks, Tim.
Good.
You, any idea how much reward this will bring in?
Well, it should be plenty.
25% of what the insurance companies stand to lose. And that's over $250,000.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
And you're the cop they said was played out.
What? All is set up? This shit runs dip. I think you're right, Brian. This shit runs dip. I didn't trust this guy in the first place, man. As soon as he said, I'm not gonna split the money right now, I'll get you later, I would have shot the fuck out of that guy.
Senor.
Gracias.
Uh-oh. The wild card. No one expected this.
Do you like
She's
it?
great. Who the fuck is she, though?
Ah, Senorita Helen. But what a surprise. We did not expect you.
¿Cómo está, Tomaso?
Bien, querida. Bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien. Oh, take care of your guest when you go.
But of course, if the senor wants to sign the register.
Yeah, oh my god. Yo, Lee Van Cleef is in this
You
movie?
are from Tijuana, Mexico, senor. I have a married sister living there.
Yeah?
Tomaso, déjeme a mí. Yo le enseño. Come with me, senor. I will show you which bungalow is yours. Follow me.
I'll see you later.
Thanks for the company.
My pleasure.
I can't stand this chick. Now that I know this guy, now that I recognize him, he's my favorite gangster of all of them. He was so good in that other movie we watched. I can't remember what the name of it was, or even what it was about. Does he know the name? Been reading the papers?
Not bad at all.
I am Teresa. I sell souvenirs. You are here for fishing?
I'm here for a vacation.
That is good. Then you have come to the right place.
Tell me, that fella playing pool, who's he?
Oh, he's... Wouldn't you like to buy something? You know, presents, souvenirs, things to send back home.
Maybe.
Very special ladies' perfume?
How about the fella at the pool table?
Ah, that is Senor Kane. He arrived this morning, but he's not very sociable. All the time, he's chewing bubble gum.
And the other fella?
Ah, you mean Senor Romano? Now that one, he is very social.
Thanks.
Here's your tip. Nice.
Gracias, senor.
Buying information, dude.
Oh, senor. You won't forget about the souvenir.
Oh,
What's a vacation without souvenirs?
Oh my God. I don't think he played part in the bank job, but it was his idea. Yeah, the big guy, he didn't play a part in it. Yeah, he just kind of observed and planned it. Only 3 guys did the job. Wow! Look at the wood paneling. Oh my.
Hi, fisherman. What luck?
Helen.
His daughter?
For a minute, I thought you weren't glad to see me.
Glad to see you. You know I'm always glad to see you, Punkin. But you come barging in here. What are you doing here? I thought you had a lot of studying to do.
I've got news, Dad. Important news.
There's nothing more important than your law exams.
Sure there is. You are. That's why I'm here. You know, being a law student has its advantages. I set up a brief and brought it to the mayor myself.
Look at the crazy eyes on this
Just
chick.
like a lawyer.
Blink once in a while.
Let's have the facts.
All right, Dad, facts. I got the commissioner to reopen your case. Well, don't you understand that? It's a chance for you to get back on the force.
Forget it. It's too late. I don't want to get back on the force.
Oh, now look, Dad, this is your daughter, Helen. Don't fool me. I know what it's meant to you being forced into retirement through politics.
This
is your
chick is
chance
mad
to come
creepy.
back. You're not going to let pride get in the way.
All right, Punkin. Thanks. Now you're going to turn right around and go home to those law books.
Uh-uh. I'm taking a week's vacation with study. Besides, I kind of like a young man who just checked in. His name is Pete Harris.
Pete Harris? Uh-oh. The monkey wrench. The wild card.
Husbands. Fishing all day and sleeping all night. This is supposed to be our vacation. If they only stay awake. I wouldn't even mind if they play poker.
Remember, Olson? Biggest sailfish I ever latched onto. Must have weighed 140 if he weighed a pound.
Up 10.
Just when I had him softened up, ready to land, the leader
Look,
breaks on
fella.
me.
Right now, we're playing stud, remember? The man just boosted a 10.
Oh, sorry. Beats me.
Go ahead, deal.
Deal, man. Come on. What are you doing? Snap out of it.
Try and outdraw me, huh?
Maybe.
So it ain't Magic the
You're
Gathering,
high,
bro.
bet your Queens.
Check to you.
Check.
Yeah, what's gonna happen in this movie, guys?
25.
I have no clue how long it is.
Jack and Jill.
But here we have all the players together.
How do you like that guy?
Souvenirs, senor?
Oh, Senor Harris. ¿Qué tal? Come on over and take a hand.
Another time, lady.
Sit down. I'll give you a stack of chips.
Shall I deal you in?
Looks like you're doing all right without me.
Senor Harris, meet Senor Foster. He wins all the time. Senor Romano, he lose all the time. Senor Morelli, he worries more about fishing.
Glad to know you, gentlemen.
I'm warning you, don't let that Boy Scout look of Foster's fool you. He's had me on the hook ever since I've been here. He's dynamite.
His daughter warned me about it. I promised to be careful.
He hasn't learned a man should never press bad luck.
Yeah. Expect to be around this tank a while?
I don't know, a while maybe.
Where you from?
Kansas City, originally.
Yeah, I drive a fucking
There's no girl there.
flower truck.
Swell cook.
You might have heard of me. They would follow Hubie.
That ace of yours?
Yeah. 5 skins just to bring in the suckers.
I'm in.
By me.
I feel like a lot of these older plots are more complex than most modern films, yeah. Yeah, they really
See what
are.
I mean?
I'll call.
Looks like you've got yourself a pigeon.
Always room for one more, Tony.
They're more dramatic, it seems. Thank you again, Hubie, for that follow, dude. This guy's winning all night. Because he's the mastermind.
Well, if you can cash me in, I think I owe you about $10.
You're not quitting so early.
Sure. I thought I'd take a walk through the village before I turn in.
Don't walk too fast. You'll be out of town without even seeing it.
$10 is right, Senor Harris. Come back some more. We need loser player.
Floss hilarious. The torn card piece.
My good luck piece. Souvenir of the biggest pot I ever sat in on. Don't let me break up the game. See you later, gentlemen.
Good night.
Buenas noches, senor.
Oh my God, Brian. But the big guy knows that he wasn't in on it, because he's the only guy that knows them. So they, as far as the other guys know, as far as Tony knows and the other blonde guy knows, this is the third guy on the job, because they didn't ever see each other. But the big guy knows, the big boss knows that he's not one of them. He had the mask strapped to his leg, huh? Okay, why? Yeah, that mask is really creepy, and I'm about it. So what happens now? Yeah, if you're the big boss, you're kind of nervous right now. But as for Tony, the other guy, what do they care? I've only seen Levon Cleef in one movie I know his name from, and that is the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, dude. He's the bad, starring opposite of Clint Eastwood as the man with no name. And he was also in Fistful of Dollars, I think, or was it for a few dollars more? Don't remember. He's testing him good vibes, I think. He's testing him. If Tony or the other guy kill this guy, it's a bigger cut for them. Be right back. Set the trap, dude. He's falling right into his hands. I love that he's just a fucking jilted flower truck driver. And he's out here fucking shit up. Why? Because he's fucking salty, dude. That's why. He shared the card piece so we could find out who else set him up, yeah. Letting one guy have all the money would never happen. Oh, he set the trap, dude. No, he wasn't Good Vibe. You missed the intro? He was set up, he was framed. He was not a part of the deal. That's the plot of the film. Up, there we go. Yeah, the flower truck driver, this guy right here on the right, he was not a part of the deal. That's why he's salty. He's out here getting revenge on the guy that set him up. This guy, Lee Van Cleef in the chair, he was part of the deal.
What's the idea of tossing my joint?
I didn't mean nothing. I figured you meant to give me the office when you dropped that card on the table.
What's with you, chum?
Look, I had to be sure before I cracked.
Go on.
Didn't he hear that someone finds the perps, they'll be given a percentage?
A couple of guys like us ain't in this Bananaville on a vacation.
Yeah, I think you're right, Good Vibe.
Yeah. I'm just going for my wallet. My calling card. You must have been one of the guys in the van.
Yeah. You were outside doing the driving. I'm, sorry I had to rough you up.
No hard feelings. I'd have done the same in your spot. One will get you 10. I got the other guy uncovered, too.
Who?
Kane.
Could be.
2 more days and we'll be living it up. Just think. Over 300,000 smackers.
If we get it.
What do you mean, if?
Let's not kid ourselves. We don't even know who he is. We wouldn't know where to find him if he didn't show up.
But why would he bring us here if he ain't leveling?
Search me. But I don't like working for someone I don't know. Especially if he can recognize me and I can't recognize him.
Neither do I.
How about this guy Kane? Could he be Mr. Big?
Are you kidding? That gum-chewing character?
Could be an act.
Yeah. Could be. You know, I think I'll get myself some gum.
Yeah. Gotcha.
See.
Wow. It's too OD, Ryan. It's too OD. Too many angles, dude. There's too many angles. Oh my god, this could go any way, dude. This could go any way. This guy's out here for revenge because he lost his job driving the flower truck. Out here throwing a monkey wrench in the works. Yo, what's up? Oh, it's his daughter?
How'd you make out?
The plot thickens.
A few more hands and your father would break me.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
It's all right. I'll get even tomorrow night.
Now, that's one thing I don't understand about men.
What's that?
Well, you work hard all year and do nothing but talk about your vacation. Then when it comes, you sit indoors and play cards.
Yeah. Doesn't figure, does it?
That's a classic PS5, dude. That's how they did it back in the day.
Like, for instance?
Well, for instance, what you do all year.
I save up to play cards.
I guess I should have brought along a deck of cards instead of a swimming suit.
Oh, I'd say you did the right thing. You can swim, too?
Like you play cards.
Tell you what, I'll meet you at the pool tomorrow morning. You teach me and I'll teach you.
That's a deal.
He's like, this guy's flirting with my daughter, bro? This guy's outfit is totally off. It's so tense, Good Vibe. Tents in Paradise.
Señor Foster. Un telegrama para usted.
Thanks.
De nada.
Telegram from who? His police friend? Or from the guy in the hospital, maybe? Here we go! Pierce was shot to death. So he's assuming the other guy's name, too. For some reason. He wouldn't really need to assume his name since, okay. Since, the big boss recognizes him. Anyway, the big boss knows who they are. Maybe our hero didn't really totally understand that. It's so hot right now, guys. I could go for a swim right now. That's what Brian's thinking as he's watching this. Look at him swimming. What a vacation.
Morning.
Morning.
Yum! Yeah, look at this boy all hanging out.
Oh, it depends on the day.
Let's see. Civil Code of the State of Missouri Rules and Procedure. Translation.
I'm cramming for the bar exam. No cracks, please.
Pointy bras, dude, back in the day. That was all the rage.
You're opposed to the higher education of the female.
No, it's just that you don't look like a lawyer to me.
You sexist
I found
pig.
that people rarely look like what they are. Now, take yourself, for instance. To look at you, I'd say you were probably, a fisherman. Instead, you're probably, salesman?
Would you like it if I were a salesman?
Oh, look,
She's
I'm
mad
the one
flirtatious,
that's supposed to
dude.
get the answers by cross-examination.
I've always heard that the...
He assumed the guy's name hopes that he could
the
get him
ones
close to the big bad side, I
who
think, too,
want
Ryan.
an answer.
That's the only explanation.
Thanks for the advice.
I got some more for you, and for free, too. Always arrange to have your cases tried in front of all male juries. You can't lose, kid.
Hey, you're beginning to sound promising again.
Tony Romano? Ooh,
I left my cigarettes up at the cabin. I'll be right back.
dun dun duddy dun.
Oh, Mr. Harris.
You dropped your gun.
Milkman? Iceman?
He's a gunman, dude. Ever since he was a young man, all he wanted to be was a gunman. Oh no. Disarmed. Finally, some fucking emotion out of this chick. Aside from just...
Foster? Oh, hello. How about some cards tonight?
Oh, I can't. I got a dinner date with a lawyer.
She may never get to be one if she's kept from her studies.
She has to eat sometime.
I think
What if she's
he's gonna
got it?
want that gun.
Like
Yeah.
to.
Good, I'll see you then.
This man's like, yeah, I'm hitting on your daughter, bro. What about it? He dropped his damn gun, Brian. But he was distracted by a beautiful woman. It happens to the best of us. One time uh-oh. Oh my god! They're jumping this guy! Oh no! Right in the dick! Got him! Oh my god.
Get up. You hear what he said, Palsy? Smart boy didn't hear you. What's the matter, Palsy? Your ears stuffed?
Oh my god!
I think he hears you now. See?
The double side slap, bro. Guy's boxing his ears.
Cooperating. Ain't you, Palsy?
What is this?
Smart boy here wants to know what is this.
What's your line, mister?
He knows. Leave me for a sucker, Palsy. I don't like that.
They saw through his tricks?
You're crazy.
They ain't playing games, DC.
I'll pinpoint it for you, chum. Pete Harris and me did a deuce together, Joliet.
That makes you a phony.
Now we're going to take a nice, quiet walk. And when we get to the right place, you're going to tell us the story of your life. I don't move.
Yeah, make a noise. Bring the cops in on you.
Smart boy wants it done quiet.
Come in.
Oh, pardon me. I didn't know you had visitors.
That's all right. Come on in.
Hang out for a while, lady.
Foster, you know Mr. Romano? Mr. Kane.
I've seen Mr. Romano around. How do you do, Mr. King?
Hello.
They were trying to talk me into taking a walk with them. I explained we had a date.
Oh, I don't mind.
I told them you wouldn't. Just a couple of nature lovers. We were chatting about it when you knocked.
Well, it must have been a very warm discussion.
She knows, dude, because of the gun.
Well, I just dropped in to return this to you.
Thanks. I hardly missed it. I only carry it in case of snakes.
You'll be seeing you, Harris.
Yeah. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
I know a sure cure for a nosebleed. A cold knife in the middle of the back.
All right. Very subtle, dude. Very subtle.
Nice guys. Playful.
Don't bother making up any stories for me.
I thought the law said a man was innocent until proven guilty.
That's right.
Considering the circumstantial evidence, if you were my attorney, how would you advise me to answer?
I tell you not to answer at all, unless you could answer honestly. It might incriminate you.
Oh,
Now you're
my.
giving me some good advice. Thanks.
And for free.
Let's go. Yo, this guy got exposed. What happens now? Now they all know he's not who he says he is. The fuck? The fuck? Gasolina? Wow. Are you serious, bro? Bro, what are you doing? This is the mastermind? This guy's the mastermind? You got gasoline on the money? You fucking brainiac. Close the... El Mañana. Bro, what are you fucking doing? You're looking like an amateur right now. You're filling your closet with money. Meet aboard motor cruiser Mañana at fishing pier. Dawn tomorrow. Pete Harris. So he's sending it to Pete Harris, who's not actually Pete Harris, as we know, and he knows it too. So he's setting these guys up so he can get the reward. $250,000.
Oh, Senor King.
That's
I
racist.
have been looking for you. I have a letter for you. She smells like a business one. La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
This guy just wandering around singing La Cucaracha. In his defense, this is before we had Game Boys, so I guess that's what you just did if you were Mexican.
Buenas tardes, my customers. Buenas tardes. Ah, Senor Romano, a letter for you. This one, she also smells like a business one.
Let me smell my letters, bro.
A letter for you, Senor Harris.
Oh, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Excuse me.
This one, she smells like a gasolina. He wants to kill him
Mail from
so
home.
bad.
It'll wait. I expect you to get in some solid study tonight.
Well, isn't that nice of you?
What am I to say? What an asshole. What a thing to say to a woman you've only known for a night or two.
Don't forget, I may ask questions tomorrow.
Well, I'll look forward to it.
Good night.
Ooh, stare
You're not even
downs.
looking at how pretty they are. And only 11 American dollars.
Everything around here's $11.
Tony, you like?
Charge it with the rest.
Gracias. Tony.
See you later.
Dude, are they screwing or what? Is he just out here buying all this chick stuff?
I see you got your invitation, Tony.
Yeah.
How about your friend out there? He get his too?
Let's go ask him.
What's up, Tonebox? Have a good rest, dude.
Hawken, it isn't often I butt into your affairs, but I'm going to make like a father.
You sound serious.
Where you're concerned, I'm always serious. I want you to forget that fellow.
But you don't know anything about him, Dad.
Neither do you.
That's true. Honestly, that's true.
Right in there and we're...
Whoa! Disarmed. Disarmed. Oh my, bro.
Drop the gun in the well, Kane. Do as he tells you.
Yeah, I don't know this dude.
In the well.
They ain't friends.
Do it. The gun, Kane. Don't. Go on, drop it. Drop it.
Don't drop it, bro. That's not your brother. You don't know this guy. They ain't even friends.
Don't shoot. Drop it in the well. Do what he tells you. Don't shoot.
In the well.
So I'm saying, Nero, don't drop it. Oh my god. He's a swell fella after all.
All right, you two knuckleheads.
Oh my god!
Unless you want to join the guns in the well. I got my invitation to the party. I take Pete Harris' share.
You gave Harris the double shuffle.
You got it wrong, pal. The cops paid him off in full. Like gambling. A man puts up his bet, he's entitled to be paid off if he wins. Harris lost.
What did you put up?
A possible 20 years in stir. You're looking at the guy who was framed for the job. That's why I'm cutting myself in, whether you like it or not. You're smart. You to play along with me. You're not. It goes rough on everybody.
You talk awfully green for a smart guy. What happens when Mr. Big sees you?
Let's wait till we get to that, huh? Now, you two boys make like friends. Go to sleep. Go on.
He just disarmed these guys, Tone Box.
Visiting me later.
Called them knuckleheads.
I sleep light.
And sent them on their way. Wow. That's what I'm saying, Nero. These close-ups are fucking godlike. The humanity. That's what I'm saying, Tomax. He recruited these guys. I don't want to alarm you guys, but I read on Wikipedia, it's just the start of a series. Not starring the same guys. Don't get your hopes up. But from the same creative team, I guess, as I understand it. The Confidential series.
What are you doing here?
Simple. I came looking for you. It's a matter of principle, Mr. Harris. I just don't like anybody running out on me twice in the same day.
Oh, I see. Well, you see, after I got the letter...
I told you you didn't have to make up any stories for me.
That's right, you did.
Look, Pete, I know I may be butting into something I shouldn't, but that's the way I am.
I really can't stand this
Even
character.
when I was a kid, I was always the one asking questions.
She's kind of cute and everything, but...
Bet you even cross-examined your nurse, huh?
You know, if I was smart, I'd find myself another date and forget all about you. Only I can't help feeling you're in trouble.
I liked it better this afternoon when you stopped asking questions.
I'm no fool, Pete. I've been around cops long enough to pick up a few tricks of the trade. Those playmates of yours are pretty obvious. What have they got on you?
One question at a time. The specialty in cops, where'd you pick that up?
Well, my father's a retired captain of police.
Oh, I see. That explains your being a lawyer. Papa nails him and you free him, is that it?
What's that got to do with it?
Look, you're a nice girl, but in case you're thinking of mothering me, forget it. I'm no stray dog you can pick up, and I like my neck without a collar. Now get lost.
Damn, bro!
Now I'm supposed to be hurt. Maybe even cry. But I won't. I think you're in trouble, and I'm going to help you.
Listen, sister. Forget it. Mind your own business.
That was savage good vibe, yo, Brian. He opened her up, dude. Aww, I feel bad for her now. I like her more now that she has a little bit of humanity to her. Every movie needs to build a D&D-ish party, huh? Makes it better right away.
They meet out on the boat tomorrow at dawn for the split.
I got
wait
you
out on the
fired,
police
good
boat for
vibe.
your light
Never
signal,
forget, dude. Never
then
forget.
I move in.
And you answer my signal first.
Right.
Scott?
Yeah.
Don't miss.
Don't worry. I won't.
Good luck.
You know, the double crosses run deep. You know the chicken? I like my neck without a collar. Yo, Brian, this is 1954, dude. They keep it clean. They keep the drip on fleek, as the kids say. What is this guy doing? What's up, Apples? Apples are members. And just this morning, I got you fired. That's what that movie's from. That's the salt emoji. I figured being my wife would take up all of your free time.
But you'd be asleep by this time.
I've been waiting for you, Dad.
Had a little problem?
Yeah.
Used to happen pretty often when you were younger. I
How
always
tall
knew
is she,
something was
anyway?
troubling you.
Welcome aboard, Apples.
Matter of fact, kind of miss it.
Were they very tough problems I used to bring to you, Dad?
Oh, very tough. Some new trinket you wanted, money for the movies. That time you get into your first formal and your boat came down with the measles. That was a tough one. Finally had to take you out myself that night.
Every guy's fantasy, dude. Having your daughter light your corncob pipe for
Once
you.
you even wanted to know when we'd get your new ma to look after you.
Oh, that was a real tough one.
Most of them know we were able to work.
It's a lot of bits, Apples. Thank you. Wow. I got an
Right
emote
about
thanks to
Harris,
Apples
Dad.
cheer. Well, thank you, Apples. I'm not
He's
sure
my
what that
jam.
means.
Oh?
I got an emote for that.
I forgot to tell you. You used to take my advice. In those days, you wouldn't have gone running after him if I'd asked you not to.
I want you to help him, Dad. That way you'll be helping me.
He's setting this guy up.
Why? Professional interest?
I don't really know, Dad. Something's happened. Well, I know it sounds crazy and illogical, but that's the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
He's out of bounds for you, Helen. Way out of bounds.
You said that before. Why?
Isn't it enough that I tell you?
Not this time.
All right. He's an ex-con. I just didn't want to hit you over the head with it.
What else do you know about him?
Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. There's more. There's got to be more. You wouldn't be so positive if there weren't something. What else have you got against him?
You're going home tonight, young lady.
Is that
Look,
the way
Eddie,
you
looking
solved
bored.
my problems when I was a kid?
This is for your own good.
Is it?
Believe me. Believe me, Punkin. Go home and forget him.
What kind of emoji did I get? Looks very hard to tell what it is from here.
Ball rolling on that rehearing, and I'll be...
Perhaps it's LGBT related. Can I use it by touching it? Can I auto thank Apples for it? Robot, thank you. Auto thanks message. Oh, there it is. It looks amazing, whatever it is. This guy, I'm telling you. This guy needs someone to dress him. He needs a woman to choose his outfits for him. A little slant to it. Apple says, give me. Katie has it, but Apple don't even have it? Oh, man. Where's the fairness? Apple says, shut the fuck up, Katie. It's going down, guys. What are they gonna do? Start grinding on each other? What the fuck? What kind of stance is that? It's like I'm about to play leapfrog or some shit. Oh my god. What's gonna happen? What are you boys doing?
Good morning, palsies. Hold it. You'll never learn, will you?
Wow! Disarmed! These beings are that. That's kind of what it looked like, right?
Good morning. Don't tell me you boys are going fishing, too.
Yeah, we see you get such a kick out of it, we decided to give it a try.
Great sport. I'm on my way to the pier. Can I give you a lift?
You got yourself a passenger.
Might as well take us all, seeing as the three of us are going fishing.
Oh, did you rent a boat?
Yeah. We got us a boat called the Manana.
Funny, I was just headed that way. The judo chomp. Is Romano watching another guy take a piss and playing lookout? That could have been Brian. That's what Apple said. I didn't really get that stance myself. They're in the leapfrog stance, dude.
You're
Unbelievable.
ex-captain of police, Mr. Foster.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Hey, we'll be able to match fish stories tonight, huh?
Sure, I'll bring pictures.
Wow. Wow. Wood paneling. Unbelievable. 1954, this film came out. There's the many other.
Yeah. Any kind of luck, we all ought to do pretty good.
Coming, Harris.
Give him a little caress on the neck, bro. That intimidating caress. You gotta be like a level 4 gangster to caress a guy's neck in an intimidating fashion. We are in Mexico somewhere, Apples. I think it said Boleros, probably some, not sure if it's a real place or not. They're in some kind of vacation spot in Mexico. If you guys missed this movie, I highly recommend catching up on it in the VOD. This is not Mexico, says Katie. They're supposed to be Mexico, I think. Oh man, the double cross. The trap has been set. Signal, Brian. The double cross is established. Absolutely Chicago, huh?
Hold it.
Oh my God. They should make a video game out of this shit. There's the money, bro!
Freeze. I'll go see if he's still there.
What's the matter, pals? You run out of talk?
You leave Van Cleef.
Not quite. I got a proposition. I know where the money is. Right here on the boat. I'll show you.
Let's me and you run off with it, dude.
Look for yourself. Right in the cupboard there. Go ahead, look.
He's a gangster, Katie. You don't know about no fucking trigger discipline. It's a lot of scratch.
$1,200,000, Tony. Think of it, $1.2 million. For you and me. Why cut the take 4 ways when we only have to cut it 2? It's over $500,000 apiece.
Where are you gonna go?
Over $500,000.
You gonna drive the boat somewhere?
Why split with Kane?
Why shouldn't he just kill you right now and take all the money?
Okay, Tony.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You're next, bro.
Why a two-way split? A guy living big all the time like me needs dough.
The double cross, Katie.
So long, sucker.
Stop it, Tony. Right in front of you. Kick it over here. Move back. Back up.
I don't get it.
You will. Just take it easy till the police get here. Little falling out over the split.
You get around a lot for a fisherman.
Part of my job.
Ex-cop. Making out like he knows from nothing.
All depends on what the assignment calls for. You never had a chance. We had the big guy from the beginning. Don't let that bother you, Tony. It was all marked anyway.
We should have figured that.
That's right, Joe.
The name is Pete.
Like in Pete Harris, who was shot and killed in Tijuana?
Too predictable, dude.
Something bothering you, Joe?
Yeah. The only person who would know Pete Harris was in Tijuana would be the one who sent him there to hide out. Wait for a wire.
You're a boy with a lot of ideas.
The double
Only
cross?
a cop would know you couldn't use $1.2 million in hot cash, but you could trade it in for a nice, clean reward.
Got it all figured out.
Uh-huh. 3 little patsies. 1 down, 2 to go. Your being there to give us a lift, the money on a platter. Honey for the bees, huh, Captain Foster?
Stay where you are.
Sure. We'll wait till the cops arrive. Try my story on for size. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize.
Whoa! Got him! Wow. The double cross. Yo, defend yourself. Use your arm. Oh my god! Oh no. Close your eyes, guys! He can't do it, dude. He got exposed. That guy didn't do shit, honestly.
Forget it. My luck had to give out sometime. I wouldn't mind so much, Joe, if Helen didn't have to find out.
Wow. But, I mean, the cops are coming, so she do gotta find out.
You're not part of this. You got a break coming.
Tim, what's happened? Are you hurt? What's Rolf doing here?
I've been saving a surprise for you. It was his lead turned the trick. Only it didn't come off the way we planned it. Did it, Joe?
No, Dad.
No, it didn't.
Dude, he's the guy that set you up in the first place. Remember your job, Joe? Delivering flowers?
Third guy was Pete Harrison. Burned down in Tijuana. Scott, if anybody deserves a reward, it's him.
Let's get him to a doctor.
Well, give her my love, Joe. Thanks.
Oh my god. Rip in peace. Can I get another F for that guy, please? F for the big boss, dude. He was on some Metal Gear Solid shit for sure. Rest in peace to a real one. Thank you, Brian.
I know it's just talk now, Helen.
Thank you, DC.
I feel the loss of your father as keenly as you do. I owe him
What?
a lot for what he did.
Don't tell a guy's daughter that.
Anything that you ever need.
Thank you, D. Scott. Thank
will
you,
call
Apples.
on me.
Thanks, Mr. Andrews.
Oh, and one other thing. About Joe Rolfe. He's a fine boy. That scrape he got into a long time ago, he's more than made up for it. And the way I feel, my company will underwrite him any time.
I tried so hard to make Dad understand.
You did, Helen. The last thing he said was for Joe to give you his love.
Oh my god. The romance angle was pretty shoehorned in. The film did not need that. It's not that it couldn't have benefited from it, but it didn't really. It wasn't really developed enough.
She's had time to get over the shock. But a hero's medal isn't enough when you're alone.
She and Dad were pretty close.
I told her about you.
What'd she say?
Why don't you ask her?
She said she likes you, bro. This is a really weird scene. It's all you crazy kids. Go smooch. Go smooch over her dead dad. Y'all have known each other for like a whole day and a half, right? Wow. That movie was sick. John Payne, Lee Van Cleef. Oh man, G fucking G, man. Easy, Yankee. Got the money and the girl. That was a really cool film in public domain. Wow, one of the better ones we've seen. Good ass movies, also face. I'll at least have one credit scene back in the day. They all rock, these guys. Today we watched Great Guy with James Cagney. Then we watched Faye Emerson in Lady Gangster. The final film of our film noir, it's gonna be Friday Noir, pizza triple feature, was Kansas City Confidential. That movie, of all the films we've watched on Pizza and a Movie, had the most noir aesthetic, right? Like, that was super visually exciting. What a ride. And the story was just so out there. I love the idea of, again, the jilted flower delivery guy fucking up all their plans. They pick on the wrong dude, man. He's a former thug himself. He also was a soldier. He had connections with somebody to help him get out of, the USA and check out Tijuana and chase this guy down. F in the chat for Pete Harrison, whatever the guy's name was. He got killed off at the halfway point of the film. That was really cool. Cast was all white. I believe it was. Yeah, indeed it was. All the actors tonight, all night long, were all white. The only black person in any of these was one of the women in the lady prison. There were a few, Mexicans in this one. I thought that was the best movie I've seen on Pizza and a Movie until the ending. It sort of fell apart on me, but oh my god, it was still damn good. My feelings exactly, Brian. It was a great film. I enjoyed it immensely. I think that it was kind of, considering at the start of the film, the whole thing with the vacation spot in Mexico, that whole plot was sort of, I like the parts where they were having confrontations with each other, but for the most part it was kind of boring. And this whole thing they added in right at the very end with this guy's daughter made no sense from a narrative standpoint. Like, they added her in past halfway point of the film, and she's supposed to be the love interest? Like, what? It doesn't make any fucking sense. The film could have been just as good without her. And again, I'm not saying that you couldn't have romance in this. I would have liked that even. But it was really kind of a half-assed effort to add romance into the end. It was noir before noir was noir. I don't know. This is already in the 50s. It's a Juneteenth, Venka. How insensitive of you, says Apples. I should have chose some more representative films. It's pretty hard for public domain films, though. They're pretty old. You don't see a lot of non-white actors in these old films. But wow. What an awesome... Also, the foreshadowing there, I didn't notice that the first time, right? One of the first shots we see is of Joe. Donna Drake was 3/4 black. The Mexican lady flirting with Tony, huh? There you go. DC, how do you know all this stuff? Yamcha has been one of our most consistent viewers in Pizza and a Movie, and he will low-key be giving out trivia for these films. He's some kind of secret film buff. She was beautiful, too. Wow. And I didn't really get her character. It was sort of implied that she was, like, using sexual favors to sell souvenirs. I didn't really get the nature of her relationship with Lee Van Cleef's character, Tony Romano. Was she just flirting with him, and that's why he was buying all of her stuff? I don't really... Were they screwing? The lady was Tony, says Apples, huh? I think she meant with Tony, flirting with Tony. That movie was so cool. Hope you enjoyed it, Tonebox. Yeah, of all the 3 films tonight, it's hard to say which I like the most. This one was the most visually stimulating, had a really cool story with all the different characters with their own little interpersonal conflicts. That was fun. I think the weakest was Lady Gangster by a little bit. That film was still a lot of fun. I think I actually might have enjoyed Great Guy the most. Again, it wasn't as cinematic as this one was, but I thought it was really cool, the idea of the detective for the Department of Weights and Measures going around boxing guys. That was pretty fun. This one was also super, super cool. What an awesome night, though. Really, I had kind of low hopes for both Great Guy and Lady Gangster, and I was really impressed. All of these were really fun. The fact that none of them three wore the mask or had the cards at the pickup meeting was pretty dumb. Well, they had to show the masks to prove that they were a part of the job, along with the cards. They had them tied to their leg. I mean, they probably had the cards in their pocket, right? And you would assume they probably had the mask somewhere, too. Very rare to get a bad movie for this kind of night. We've seen it in the past, only a couple times, good vibe. But yeah, I work pretty hard, guys. I work pretty hard to find good films. Films I believe are going to be entertaining, even at worst. We've watched some that were stinkers. For the most part, they've been a lot of fun. This intro was broken as fuck. The intro is of the big boss collecting the gang, like kind of recruiting all these guys. What an awesome intro.
I didn't crack to the clerk. Your name's not Johnson.
Even bad ones have value. That's true, Nero, but some really don't. You'd be surprised, bro. I know you're a big movie buff. The film we watched that I would say had no merit at all was my least favorite pizza movie ever, and it was called Angel and the Bad Man. Angel and the Bad Man. That one was a total waste of time. I kind of wish the big guy would have been waiting on the pickup wearing his mask instead of driving the three to the location. Yeah. Interesting film. I like how in the end they had the big guy have his own angle, right? What a interesting triple cross he had going on there. Him being the ex-cop. He was a pissed-off ex-cop, right? He was salty. He was bitter about getting let go or forced into retirement. He's like taking it out on the world by getting this money, dude. Straight making this money. Watch me go MF Doom here, guys. Guys, as usual, if you guys enjoy hanging out, want to keep the channel on, then check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/Vencabot. I stream here 5 nights a week. It's something I'm very proud of. It's a lot of fun. It's very interesting. It's a lot of work, though, guys. It's really a lot of work. You wouldn't believe how much time it took to set up this event tonight and how far behind I've been on other things. I really was surprised, in fact. I mentioned that that I had a plan lined up for the second movie of the night and didn't really pan out. Normally, I'd have more time to have set up the event like this, but I found the very last minute that it wasn't high enough quality for my standards. So we had to find a second film kind of quick. Thankfully, I had a lot of stuff lined up for future Pizza movies, so I had something to draw from. Good night, Nero. A pleasure having you, man. Glad you could make it. Hopefully you had fun with your set with KD. I heard you guys had a pretty good time. You're right, good vibe. People disagree on what's good or bad. But what they won't disagree on, guys, is that Angel and the Bad Man was ass. It was the worst kind of ass. It was just so sappy and corny. And what a letdown. Glad you enjoyed a good vibe. Guys can help for free. The best way to help the channel are all for free, guys. You can follow here on Twitch. Tell your friends we're here. Spread the word. Come hang out. It's really the best way to help out. Is come hang out and keep the chat alive. You can follow on Twitter at Vencabot. Subscribe on YouTube. We have 309 subscribers now. I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud of that, guys. I've been getting a lot of support on the YouTube channel lately. I've been putting more work into it. It's part of why I'm so busy lately. Angel and the Bad Man had a lot hot Quaker and introduced us to the signals of the term V, though. That was the only part that was good about it, Brian, was the V meme that came out of it for a little while. And yeah, the girl was kind of cute.
And who I take my orders from.
But otherwise, it was pretty ass. But, I mean, we've seen some really good films, too. Like, a lot of really good films. These are all, to remind you guys, they're all public domain, which means that they are free to download, copyright free.
You said 300 grand for my end.
You can buy them on Blu-ray and DVD for pretty cheap most of the time, if you want to buy them. Most of what we watch here are rips from DVD or Blu-ray, or sometimes really ancient rips from VHS. Because since no one can own them, they cannot be owned by any individual company. That means that there's very little incentive to preserve them or restore them. Because all you can do is, you know, if you spend money on restoring a film, you can then sell it on Blu-ray, but everyone already has that film for free, so why would they buy it? Which means that films like this, which is from a Blu-ray rip, and it looks fucking great, you have to show a lot of respect to all the people involved in, you know, preserving the film and restoring it. A lot of the films we've watched on Pizza and Movie, including the two of the ones before this tonight, have kind of a shoddy preservation. They're not even really, you know, DVD quality, either because the original, you know, masters have been destroyed and the film has been recovered off of damaged, you know, theater copies of the film, or because, you know, there might be a pretty good copy out there somewhere in the world that exists, but all the ones that you can get a hold of these days are rips from old VHS copies. But whatever the case may be, I'm so grateful to, you know, all these companies that provide these high-quality versions of these free films. It's been really fun. Jack Elam was a good actor. Who's Jack Elam? Yamcha, this guy here? The big boss? Look at this crazy tie. I'm going to call it a night here, guys, and come back on Monday with probably some long play action, if I had to guess. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I think we're going to try and go long play on Monday with Batman Arkham Asylum challenge maps and Majora's Mask. Pete. Oh, yeah, he's such a cool-looking guy, dude.
You don't like it?
He's a cool-looking guy, at least. What else was he in? Have you seen? We haven't seen him in other films so far, right? Watching the intro of this movie again reminds me of how great the setup of the movie was, yeah. Yeah, this was probably the best part of the movie. This part and the whole thing with Joe getting interrogated.
Those trick cheaters soaking the cops.
But again, and then when Joe goes to Mexico, that's pretty good. But everything after Joe going to Mexico and the airport scene, it kind of went a little bit downhill. It was almost like they couldn't keep up that pace. Like that's sort of where the film kind of settles down. It would have been cool to see Joe traveling more to find the other three guys, for instance, something like that. Just to have him not settle down in this Mexican resort that had the second half of the film all take place there. Yes, Katie. Yeah, I agree, Brian. Again, it was a really cool film. But the ending did kind of slow down. It didn't have that same sort of momentum that the intro has. It's hard to follow up a fucking bank robbery, though.
Why don't you watch where you're going?
I'm sorry, lady. I didn't see you.
He was in the Twilight Zone episode, Will the Real Martian Please Stand Up? That was the name of a fucking Twilight Zone episode? That's crazy. Do I have Discord? I don't have Discord on here. It's all right. I'm going to go and put my break screen up. I will see you guys in a couple days. Rest well. I'm going to check out Katie's message here in a second. Yeah, thank you for the information, DC. Hopefully you enjoyed the films. I will see you guys around. If I don't, then I probably get hit by a car. That's very unlikely to happen, though. Good night, D. Scott. Good night, Brian. Good night, DC. Good night, all you guys are looking. Good night, KG, of course. Good night, Katie. Good night, Nero. Good night, Apples. They couldn't really travel more because they didn't know what the countries the guys were in since Peter didn't know anything about them. I was curious, though, how the guy at the bar had the knowledge to tip him off on Peter's location in Mexico.
Wow, what a fucking... Was that a punishment?
Yeah, they didn't really explain that. I assume because they had, like, mob connections that maybe they helped him, like, get the ticket and get out of there or something. Good night, Neon.
Whoa! I have never seen that.
So, DC only got here in time to watch the last film of the night.
What a fucking combo. What? Yo, someone fucking clip that. Oh, my lord.
It's a pleasure to have you, man. Here we go. Okay, I got a message from Katie here.
All units, stand by. 117. Attention all units.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Katie. Katie. Oh, my God. Well, you know what I mean, Brian. I assume that them being mob guys, they had, you know, they knew who was coming and going in the criminal underworld.
Sick air. Sick air. Oh, nice, my God.
It's too good, Katie. It's too good. Before I actually end the stream, guys, I want to thank those that make the channel possible. You guys that are hanging out here are why I love streaming, why I do this, and why I put so much effort into it. And I'm always proud to do that. I always feel like it was easily worth it. But I couldn't possibly do it not for those that help out through Patreon, through Twitch subs. Thank you to Zanzu, of course, for all the help he's given the channel over the years. Thank you to our Black Knights on Patreon, John Hernandez and your salty face. Thank you to the Fearless Halves on Patreon, Audrey Apples, Dick Sucker, Great Gamer UK, Max, Michael Lincoln, Linux P, and Sin Theory. Thank you to the Shady Winners, Ash, Lethal Mazera, Brandon Williams, Foul Mill, GK Lai, Juna, Nam, Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Mumblues, Ricardo Garcia, Rufio Jones, Subtastic, Tony Bosher, and Toxic Vamp. Thank you to the young guys, Benjamin J. Harkins, D. Scott, Depper Dons, Edward Kent Perez, Herb Durkin, I'm Joy Cruz, Kaiju, and Kenfinite. Thank you to our Twitch subs as well, even though Twitch takes half of every sub, which means that your dollar goes a lot further on Patreon. You can save some money and help the channel even more that way. Thank you so much in any case, though, to our Twitch subs, Big Nasty, Eve Off the Chill, and Cruz, and the Shady Winners on Twitch. That's the Amazon Prime free sub tier, and the gift sub tier, and the $5 sub tier. Akai47, Algae3S, Ash, Lethal, Stuffy Muffin, Audrey Apples, Bam Bam, Beastie Boy Jr., Blue Abs, Bonza, Bot, Vencabot, that's a gift sub from Apples, Brother Nero FGC, Cavias, Chumpe, Crime Alley 3S, Crimson Wolf 777, Decoy Mandis, Dick Sucker, Docked, 3292, Dumos, I4 Nick 8, First Opus FPA, Brian X FPA, Eddie, Gaming Zone AZ, Glassjaw, Night 84, Grimy Owl, Herb Durkin, Here Goes Nothing 9, In Silo, I Dizzy 0, It's COQ, J Bomb 1901, Joe Cola, Kaiju is Dead, Kioske, KG's a Legend, Kashik 3S, El Grinta, Cozy Pro, Lovely Kittens, Moist Dovahkiin, Mutant Experience, Neon Riot 4, Nicholas Jones, Nice Templar, Octopus Prim, Optimus Style, Overlord Steve, Quinnifer, Rock Dry UK, Red Eye, Janja, Sin Theory, SSBM Bot, Task Force Pals, Technically Will, The Tone Box, 3Venge, Timeless GFX, Toxic Vamp, Trunks 8479, V Roski,
wow, that guy's a literal genius.
Yankee Nation 55, Yoga Brain 3S, and
the
Zion.
pincer formation?
Thank you again, guys, for making the channel possible.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It would make no sense why Peter would say anything to anyone with a cut of $300,000 coming his way if he just kept quiet.
I was watching the wrong duck, dude. I was watching the wrong fucking duck.
I'm sure he had his reasons, too. It's like Indiana Jones not actually adding anything to the story, says Apples, huh? Look at that cat emoji. Reminds me of the Lost Ark cat emoji. I don't get that, though. Indiana did... I don't get that thought. Indiana did, because without him, the chess thingy would have ended up not with the U.S. But the Nazis would have opened it. What are you guys talking about? Something about Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark thingamajig movie that he was in? Apparently he didn't actually affect the plot at all. I haven't seen it in forever. Maybe you're right.